Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the new cup that's out now, the Great League Remix Cup, where we're going to see already the ban list here up there. Not all of the Pokemon that are actually on here are banned, though. This might be something for a later video, but I do hope that they're going to fix that soonish. If this is still persistent, tomorrow maybe make a video towards it. Stunfisk is currently not banned, even though it is on the ban list. The ban list itself seems to be quite a bit weird. There is 2 times Togekiss, there is no icon for Gastrodon. We still don't have, I think at this current time, the official post for this change and for generally this meta. This was all a little bit hectic, and this is also why there has not been a top team video. I am waiting personally for P-Poke to update, and so I just try to go for a safe team, and I want to have a team around Greninja because Greninja is my favorite Pokemon, and so we have a safe team around Greninja, which can always function any kind of meta where it's allowed. So yeah, Greninja is allowed, Drapion is allowed, we're going to have Clodsire, it's also allowed, and I think it makes sense, like neither of those Pokemon are really dominant currently. But yeah, a Pokemon that are not allowed here, just to go through them really quick for you to know as well. Blastoise, Primeape, Marowak, the Azumarill, the Dunsparce, the Scizor, the Corsola, the Altaria, the Cradily, a Dusclops, Empoleon, a Bastiodon, a Gastrodon, a Togekiss again, Stunfisk, which is actually still allowed, Talonflame, Dedenne, Corviknight, and the Annihilate. Nothing really too surprising here. I feel like what is maybe more surprising, I guess, is that the Stunfisk is still allowed even though it's banned, and that Togekiss is 2 times banned, because why not? But yeah, if you go for Stunfisk, I think... Oh, actually it got changed already. Never mind. I am talking pony. I literally just looked before the recording. Stunfisk was still allowed. Now I just checked, the Stunfisk is now banned as well, so that's kind of cool. So at least all of the Pokemon that are on this list are banned. I still have no idea why they're Togekiss though. I could see that this is maybe a mistake based on, the other Pokemon that got banned next to it, which is Gastrodon, which has 2 different forms, and I think they just didn't display it correctly. But anyway, we are going to take a look here as well at an interesting team, honestly. We're going to have the Sasop of the Drapion, we're going to have the Greninja in the lead, and we're going to have the Clodsire in the back. Clodsire Greninja is a very good core. Clodsire doesn't really want to face Psychic-type Pokemon. Greninja can deal with them. Greninja doesn't want to really face those Electric-type Pokemon. And we have, of course, with the Clodsire, something they can deal with it. This team is not designed really for this meta. This team isn't like, oh, top team Pokemon, like top team here that you really want to run or whatever. I only got in half an hour after the new season new cup started, and also like the P-Poke wasn't updated, so I was like, just play something interesting, something that I like to play as well, and this is a team that I usually like to play quite a bit. I feel like I could have won quite a few more battles here if I played a little bit better. I don't think I played very well, but I had a long day as well, so I'm alright with that. Tomorrow I'm going to try to climb up a little bit more again as well. But I still kind of want to make a video here, because we didn't have the option to even get the rankings or anything previous to this cup. And so it's literally a little bit of a Wild West here. And that's kind of the thing as well, where we can maybe want to talk a little bit about Pokemon that did not get buffed. And not get nerfed, banned here is all I want to say. For example, Murkrow from the opponent here is still around. That's the thing, 20 Pokemon being banned is alright, but it's honestly... It does still opens up space for other Pokemon to shine. P-Poke still, by the way, has not updated their list yet at this point, which, I mean, 2.5 hours, it's nothing too crazy. But some Pokemon that were missing, for example, like the top Pokemon all kinda got banned, like from P-Poke, for example, the top list, all of the top 10 got banned, other than Dusknoir. Dusknoir seems to be a Pokemon that might be quite interesting. Dusclops got banned, the Corsola got banned, Dusknoir though is still here, and I do think it's going to be a good Pokemon. What else is not banned is also, which I find interesting here, the Feraligatr. Feraligatr is going to be a good Pokemon. We're going to have Pokemon here like Dragonair, which is number 12 spot apparently, it didn't get banned. We have Goodra that didn't get banned, which is seen quite often already as well. Arachnid, which is number 16 in the Open Great League. I did not know this. I should have played this Pokemon. Number 16 and nobody plays that. That seems quite a bit wild. Lickitung, number 20. There are some Pokemon that I definitely have to take a look at. Like, this is kind of crazy. But yeah, this is here so far a team more that was designed for just trying to get something done here. But let me know below, what are you going to run for this meta? Again, I'm going to try to make a top team video tomorrow. I just need to have the rankings up, so I know what you kind of want to look for. So expect as the next video on this channel here being a top team video for this meta, because I think it's going to be quite interesting. Otherwise, I also just did a new short format. If you haven't seen that one yet, maybe let me know down below on how to improve it in that video as well. I think it's kind of cool. I kind of want to showcase in my shorts now like one team that you maybe want to run for the upcoming week, and so that could be something interesting there as well. I might even put some teams in that I didn't even showcase it on YouTube. We have to see. Anyway, definitely interesting there. Otherwise, what's also interesting is how the opponent plays here with their Jelson against us. This is not really the ideal matchup how they want it. We are going to be able to get a shield and a switch advantage, which is great, and they catch the move onto the Guzzlord, which now allow me to align myself, and this means I am going to be able to win this battle. The opponent has no real chance here anymore, as they just didn't have really anywhere to go with their final Pokemon, as we still had Greninja there as well. And so we're going to start off here with a great lead. We're going to have here the Drifblim. Shield Drifblim against us is going to be great. And we're going to be able to even get an early shield here with a Night Slash. We, of course, have to kind of use a shield as well if they would go for a move. So I can even go for another Night Slash. It's going to be perfect. And the opponent is going to give me both of their shields early. And I am going to use my own shield. And I decided to go straight for my other one because I thought I can go and outspeed them. But they actually got to catch the move onto the Dugong. Luckily, it was the right move for me though. And I could decide not to stay in there and try to play that one out, which maybe would have been the better one as well. But I'm going to decide to stop out into the Drapion. I'm going to be able to go for a charge move here. This is going to pressure them quite a bit. It's not going to be enough to knock them out. It's going to put them into range. But one Awkward Tail is going to be enough. And so we're going to use a shield here. We're going to have now a lot of energy still stored. And that Awkward Tail is going to be able to come in clutch now, because this is going to allow us to get that KO. And let's see what is going to be in the back for the opponent. They're going to go back into that Drifblim. Drifblim is going to knock us out here. We have a little bit of energy in our lead. But as we will see, it is not enough, because the opponent can catch yet again another move. And with that, we are in big trouble. As we will now also see here the Greninja against the Clodsire, the opponent is just going to be perfectly into the range, where they're going to be able to kind of demand and kind of showcase us on how this battle is going to go. Because what you're going to see here as well is that this Earthquake that is coming through from our own Clodsire is not going to be enough to do... yeah, to get the opponent here into the farmland range, and with that, they're going to be able to go for the KO here, and this is going to be it for this game. Not all that, yeah, we can do here. Next up, we're going to have the Quagsire against us. That's going to be an interesting one. Quagsire is a solid Pokemon here for sure. It's a Pokemon that I wouldn't be too surprised to see more often. It's a very good Pokemon to run. And as you can see here, we're going to be able to get some nice damage in. And as you can see as well, we're going to be forced to use a shield, because we are not wanting to get KO'd here by any means. And so we're going to be able to go for the Night Slash here. The Night Slash is going to allow us to get the KO against the opponent. In comes here the Charizard. We're going to be able to do the exact same kind of here again. We're going to be able to use a shield up. They are going to go for the Air Cutter, that's fine. And now we can go for the charge move here as well. Night Slash is going to come through. This is going to allow us to get that shield, and we can just go for another one here. And this is going to allow us to very lightly knock them out here as well with that. But actually, never mind. They decided to use another shield. And with that, this is actually quite a bit awkward. As you guys see here as well, the opponent is going to go ahead, go for the Blast Burn, and this is going to do a lot of damage. In comes Nightail. So we're going to see here as well that we're going to have a harder hitting charge move coming through. This is going to do some sort of damage, and with that we are going to see here that we're going to be able to get the KO, and in comes the Charizard, and with that we are going to be in a perfect position as we can now move on to the next battle. Next up, we're going to have your Fortress. Fortress is not going to be ideal for the lead. We're going to be able to go for some crunches here, and this is going to get them kind of low. Again, this is going to be a very nice stop there. This is going to be okay for us. We can just go for another crunch, and this is going to be alright. But they're going to stop onto the Greninja, which is okay as well. This is going to allow us to, again, get some nice damage in. And we need to get rid of the Greninja anyway, as you're going to have a ground type in the back that we don't really want to face there. Hydro Cannon is coming through. It's going to allow them to knock us out. We're going to be able to just go ahead and let this move go as well. Hydro Cannon is coming in again, and we can try to do our Night Slash spam against them in order to knock them out before they can go for another charge move. I'm not too sure who's going to be able to win the CM Pitta here, but as you're gonna see, we're gonna get the attack boost, which really doesn't matter. Like, they would have most likely get knocked out by this move anyway, and we're gonna be forced to swap here with our Clodsire. in comes the Feraligatr. Not the best matchup, but we are going to be able to do some solid damage here with a Sludge Bomb. And as I know that we need to hit 2 charge moves anyway, we're just going to go for the Sludge Bomb spam, but I'm not too sure if this is going to work out for us at all here, as it's going to be just getting the shield. We're going to use the shield as well, and this is going to be another Hydro Cannon coming through. And we go into our Greninja, take the hit, but it's going to be such a close matchup now. The opponent should be energy dry here, I think, at this point, and we're going to be able to go up to the Sludge Bomb, which they're going to be able to catch on to their own Pokemon. And with that, we are going to try our best to get up to 2 charge moves, because if I get to 2 charge moves, I should be kind of fine here, right? Like, two times here, this is going to be kind of enough to knock out both of the remaining Pokemon. Here, 1 charge move, 1 Sludge Bomb, even though it's double resisted, it should be enough to knock them out from even this range. And with that, we are going to be able to win this battle here, right? Yeah, we're going to be able to get the Fountain done, we have a charge move stored, and we actually lose the CMP tie. I said there was like no way that they would be already able to get to the Hydro Cannon, but apparently there is a way. And yeah, this is going to be it for this battle. Good game to the opponent, we can move on to the next one. We're going to encounter a Guzzlord. A Guzzlord can be quite a bit tricky, but as you can see, we're going to just be able to go for the Awkward Tail. This is going to get them... Oh, we're going to get the shield here. That's kind of interesting because we have the Slazzle in. We're going to be able to go for the Awkward Tail spam here the entire time, which I guess is going to be alright. The Slazzle is very likely just going to go ahead and go for the Poison Fang. They very likely decide to go for another Poison Fang very soon after, which they're going to do now. And with that, we are going to decide to just take... out our Clodsire against the Guzzlord. I guess it's going to be quite neutral. Like, this is going to be here the charge coming in. It's going to be the Brutal Swing. And yeah, we're going to be able to just retaliate with the Sludge Bomb. It's going to be a very close battle though. It's not over yet at all. We're going to try our best here, of course. And as you're going to see, the opponent is going to decide to go for a charge move. It's going to be a Brutal Swing. And this is going to be interesting, as we will see. That this is going to be doing a little bit of damage, but as you're going to have here as well, we're going to have a Sludge Bomb coming through against that Guzzlord. Guzzlord is going to take this hit here right now, going down here, and we're going to have the Steelix in the back. This is going to be alright for us. We have Greninja still, and we know that we can take the hits via Overform, but it doesn't actually work out for us. As you will see here, we want to see the catch on to that Salazzle. We can knock them out, but they have only resisted damage coming through here with their charge moves. The Psychic Fangs is not going to be enough, and with that we can go for the Hydro Cannon to win this battle. Good game here. We can move on to the final battle for today, where we will face the Dartrix. Dartrix, not a Pokemon I really expected here. Of course, a hard counter to our lead, but alright for our backline. We have Poison Sting on both of our Pokemon in the back, so this is going to be now super effective, at least fast move coverage with our backline. Of course, charge moves are not as ideal. I guess we're going to have here Sludge Bomb still on our Clodsire, which is going to be good against it. But in comes a Lantern. This is the second Lantern that I faced with this team, which I found quite interesting. It's a Pokemon that I didn't really expect here so far. But honestly, a lot of people seem to like the Lantern. So, I don't know, maybe it's a bit more of a sleeper pick here as well. I think it's a good Pokemon, to be fair. I think it's a very, very good Pokemon. And as you can see here, we're going to have the shield coming up. It's going to be that Thunderbolt coming in, and we can go for another Night Slash. This is going to allow us to guarantee get the KO against the opponent and align ourselves. But as you see as well, it's going to be here the Dartrix coming in, and with that we are going to see the shields coming up now from the opponent flying up. They're only going to have to go for Grass Moves here anyway, and they are nearly going to knock us. We're going to stop out of here, and they're going to get the hard wall. So yeah, this is going to be it for this battle. Generally speaking, this is not the ideal team. I don't think that this worked out the way I really wanted to, but this is fine. Like, this is just a random kind of team that I wanted to use here anyway. I'm going to take a look a bit more at the meta here very soon as well, as soon as people can update the meta ranking. And with that, you're going to be always up to date on this channel here towards what you need to know for Pokemon Go PvP. And so yeah, this is of course going to be a bit of an awkward scenario here. There's basically next to nothing that you can do here at this point. And with that, yeah, we're just going to leave it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And I'm definitely going to try out a lot more Pokemon here, especially in this cup, but also in the Great League, yeah, Remix Cup there as well. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you then. Bye bye.